we should re-stigmatize everything.
What should we start with?
I agree with that.
Yeah. Name a behavior. We should.
Let's stigmatize peeing and pooping.
Let's re-stigmatize walking in public. If you're not running when you're in public, it's over.
If you're not Naruto running down the street.
If you ever breathed out, you can breathe in. Breathing out, disgusting.
Literally.
I would do that. I would, yeah.
Let's re-stigmatize silent coming.
Oh. And so you have to go.
Stigmatize loud coming.
Okay, so what? So what you're saying is, if
Super Saiyan.
So if I come, I need to go finished. I have to let people know.
What?
And scene.
No.
And see,
You go.
Yeah. You have to do
And
it like
scene
Meisner
men.
technique. Ooh.
Nice. That could be your lower back
Are
tattoo.
you a comedian?
that should be my lower back tattoo.
And scene
100%.
men.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about lower back tattoos.
It's a great personality question of what you, if you had to get one, what would be your lower back tattoo? Comment below.
Yeah.
Do that.
Tell us what your lower back
Hey,
tattoo
and then
is.
like and subscribe. How about?
My lower back tattoo would say like and subscribe to this butt. Welcome to Two Nosy Meerkats, where we like and subscribe to this butt every single
welcome.
day. Lucas, who do we have today?
Oh my God, we got an incredible comedian who's been taking the scene by storm. She hosts Data Comic. She also hosts Fat Bitches.
That's correct.
Fat Bitches comedy show.
Say it again.
Men don't like to say it every time they go. And so tell me if I'm saying this right.
Like it's
And
a
it's
weird
sweet. And it's sweet. And I'm glad
pronunciation.
because if you said it with too much gusto,
Oh, you
it would
saw
be
the fear
scary.
in my eye.
Yep.
You saw the fear. But yeah, so the host of Fat Bitches, host of Fat Bitches, and Data Comic, we have McKenna Moore.
Yay!
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
How
Oh
are
my
you doing
God.
today, cuteness?
Doing good. Getting absolutely skewered in the TikTok comments, but nevertheless, she persisted.
Yeah, we were
Good.
discussing this. So what happened?
I said that people who like horror are weird and have something wrong with them, and people who like horror and have something wrong with them felt that that was not nice.
But I think the thing is, we all have something wrong with us. Like, can't we all celebrate?
I have a question. Has anyone said, you know what, I like horror, but you're kind of right? Has
Yes.
Yes, they have.
Honestly, plenty of people have been like, yeah, dude, like I've got a ton of trauma and this kind of soothes me because I have so much anxiety in my brain that this is like a safe space where I know nothing bad will happen.
Doesn't that brighten your soul knowing that someone has like a healthy enough separation from their ego where they're able to say that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
That's
also,
so
I mean, it's
nice.
like a short video, so it's hard to say this, but nobody kind of gave me the benefit of the doubt, which I guess isn't their job, but like I sort of meant it in a, I have my weird shit too. Like I think it's soothing to watch the Real Housewives argue with each other. Like rich, fillered up white women just screaming at each other. I have something wrong with me too. Like,
Yeah. We're kind of notoriously on this pod big fans of Selling Sunset.
yes,
Yeah.
I'm not super familiar, but I do know Chriselle. Is that a name?
Chriselle's, yeah, you
Do
know
we love
you
her?
know the lore.
Baby girl, we love Chriselle.
Okay, because she's sort of like non-derogatory trash, right?
Yes.
Okay,
she's
but like in a hot and
No, you
sexy
could say
perfect
derogatory.
way. Is it derogatory? I thought that she was sort of like lower class than the other women, but like she was cooler.
Well, what it is
I think she came from a much more like I don't want like more difficult background. Like she was on like
Okay,
food stamps.
because was she like
homeless and
bullied
stuff,
for
yeah.
that?
Probably a little bit.
a little
Okay.
bit. Well, what happened was her name is Chriselle because I think it's like I could be.
Oh,
wrong
aren't her
about this.
parents Chris and Michelle?
No, her mom I think is.
No, her
named-
mom was Marcel the Shell. Even though Marcel is a boy, I just remembered.
They were like she was like giving birth to at a
Boys can be
Shell
moms.
gas station, and then someone in the equation was named Chris,
Oh, that's so awesome.
so her name is Chriselle.
That's glorious.
And
It's nice
she
to have a
grew up.
story.
Yeah.
She was homeless a bunch of times, and then like made a ton of money in real estate. And
My queen overcomes.
Yes, and I think that's sort of the vibe. Is people were a little bit like, I don't know, she was a little bit of a fish out of water. I
Yeah.
think. But now she's sort of the queen of the office.
Oh no, she's totally adapted.
Oh, that's
I would say
cool.
that she's fully immersed.
I think
now.
she's like alpha of the
Oh,
office.
she's definitely
Yeah.
now like I would say a senior big dog. There.
Is she a villain or we love her? Or both?
She's more someone who gets like her paws into a lot of stuff that she probably shouldn't, and so
Paws up.
She gets involved in a lot of drama where honestly she probably doesn't need to.
Perfect.
The thing is,
I
I
think
relate
she's kind of a
because-
hero. You relate, you said?
I relate because I think I have, in my past, I have had a tendency of wanting to try to resolve a lot of issues.
Yeah.
Where really would have been best if I just minded my own business.
Story of my life.
Would you
Lucas.
say you're the Chriselle of the Brooklyn comedy scene?
100%. I have fake tits.
You're in charge, but messy.
Yes, and I date G-Flip.
Yeah.
Yes. Who liked a comment I made once.
Wow. I think it's crazy the idea of having fake tits but getting like a flat chest.
That's
I have fake tits, they're A's. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Wait, that's actually a really funny, that's a funny idea for a sketch.
I also love the idea of like somebody getting top surgery and calling them their fake tits, but they like got their real tits removed. I love that. These are
Yeah.
my fake tits. And it's like, well, ultimately, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that for you.
I have the abstract art of fake tits.
Yeah. That's so true.
Yeah. I don't use paint. I just carve the canvas. Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What did my mother used to say? She'd say,
So you say, you have fake tits, Lucas?
That's what my mom always used to say.
Hey, Lucas, nice
just
fake tits
like
that aren't
Mama
there.
used to say, that boy Lucas Arnold, he got them fake tits. And yeah, that's a Southern accent.
I was going to say that doesn't feel like what your mom's accent probably sounds like.
And do
No.
what you think her mom's accent is.
I'm Elon Musk. Was that good?
You kind of nailed it. You kind of nailed it. You did nail it. How do you feel?
Musky.
Oh my God. So like, did your mom go to school with him? Like, what's the story, you know?
She hates Elon Musk. A lot of the white South Africans do.
Did he turn
He's
her-
a bad representative.
He's a really bad person, I'd say.
Well, they otherwise have such a great history.
yeah, the other whites are great, but that guy.
White
Yeah,
South
Africa's
Africans-
really gone.
Yeah.
White South Africans really don't have a guy.
No.
There's wait, was it Oscar Pistorius, the Blade Runner, who like killed his wife?
Yes.
His wife. Am I
Name
the
a-
guy?
Half of Trevor Noah.
Yes. My
Yeah.
mom loves Trevor Noah. She's like obsessed with him.
I
He's
still
a
like
sweet
Trevor
boy.
Noah.
I like
still
Trevor
like
Noah
him.
too.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a bad one.
I don't
Yeah.
think. Yeah, I think he's all right.
So who's
Yeah.
your favorite
I was talking to-
biracial person?
Oh,
Whoa.
whoa.
That's such a good question. Imagine I had like an immediate answer. I was
You
like,
had a list?
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure I'm comfortable.
If you don't say Lucas, it's
It's Lucas.
yeah.
Yeah, it's my home
Yeah. Well,
that you're in right
good.
now.
I was already going to say that.
Good.
Good.
Well done. You
but,
passed.
besides Lucas,
Biracial. I like biracial is like a term that I don't use, so I have to like even think of. Okay, so
Oh, do you use the what do you use?
I don't even know. Sometimes I don't know. Whoa. I'm like I don't see color. That's not even true. I don't know.
yeah,
I'm gonna get canceled.
it's a trick question.
Do you know what? I will say I think I probably have an answer. I think it's probably Doja Cat.
Yeah.
Whoa. She's a problematic queen, and I love her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's just like she's
Libra.
real messy in a way. It's just like I'm glad someone's doing it.
Yeah.
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 Can Cal Murata be my answer?
Absolutely.
Wait, who is that?
An angel in the Brooklyn scene just got passed at the Comedy Cellar. Pretty awesome.
Yay.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah.
He's a Japanese and white.
Oh, that's
that
cool.
counts.
That counts. Yep. I mean, definitely.
100%.
Who else is biracial?
The definition, two races.
Hayden Arrington is wonderful.
I prefer
Wonderful
when people
boy.
are triracial because I like when they have three parents.
Lucas is uncomfortable with the
No, I
the
really think
topic.
we're getting into ground we probably should.
Okay, Chriselle.
Oh yeah.
These
thank
two
you.
white women talking about it. No,
McKenna
you're
and I are
African.
like,
I'm sorry. I'm the white woman.
Yeah.
You're white and African.
I'm an African queen.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that.
Where did you grow up? Where's home
Columbus,
for you?
Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
And why shouldn't the people go there?
Okay, I like Columbus. I don't think.
Then why aren't you there right now?
And that's a great question. I don't think it's a place people should vacation, but I think it was a great place to grow up. Like, I grew up in such a perfect suburb that was honestly pretty diverse, but in every way, like racially, socioeconomically, like education wise. I really had access to a lot of types of people. You hear Ohio and you think I'm in like the backwoods of a white rural area, and I wasn't. There's a lot of that, but I wasn't, and that's not bad.
Yeah.
Love
But I
that.
was really lucky that like I grew up in a great place. I felt like really safe to explore things, and I could go downtown. I had access to downtown Columbus, Chicago. I could pretty much get anywhere. But then it was also like just a really safe place to grow up.
That's wonderful.
That's
Yeah, I
awesome.
loved it.
Yeah.
It was sick. A lot of good art, a lot of good music.
When did you move?
I moved to go to college. I went to Syracuse.
Okay.
So like the second I graduated, I moved to upstate New York.
And what did you study?
Journalism.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you still journal?
Do you still journalist?
I do still journal and journalist.
Yeah.
Occasionally. I recently moved into like commerce kind of journalism, but I kind of want to get out of it. There's just like no money in it, and you mostly get
That's
like,
ironic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mostly get like pooped on all the time. That's kind of what journalism
Well,
is.
you got to stop going to those parties.
I know. Oh, I always forget what scat play means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You keep thinking you're gonna go to a nice Christian
Beep, boop,
jazz
ba-doop,
organization.
Do you want to talk about your most recent job experience?
Oh yeah, I got fired for my damn TikToks.
Was it because you posted about horror movies?
Not even
No, it
that
was-
one.
What was it? Were you saying something about like Zoom meetings, something like that?
Yes.
Yeah. What was going on?
So they took issue with several of my TikToks, but the one that really put
So
the
they're
nail in
watching?
the coffin. Yeah, they're my fans. I love you. No, follow me. You're lurking. It's annoying.
Yeah.
So the one that they really took issue with was one that I posted 3 weeks into the job, and they didn't tell me this until 8 months later. I said that people who take Zoom meetings out loud in an open plan office deserve to be put down.
You're right.
I know.
Yes. I do agree.
I contacted an employment lawyer to see if I could like fight back, and she cackled and was like, "No."
Oh, that's
Wait,
great.
so you had to call a woman and explain what happened? You had
Yeah.
to be like, okay, so here's this TikTok.
I'm
said
good,
that she
right?
should
They're
be
like,
shot.
oh, honey, no.
No, certainly not.
No, you.
Did they think the video was funny?
HR, no. Employment lawyer, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
That's nice that
That's
they at
nice.
least thought it was funny.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
She was
But-
like, and I agree. However, I'm taking this meeting on speakerphone right now, and my office mate might be upset. And I was like, well,
There are so many levels to this.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So what was the other TikToks that they took issue
The other
Yes,
ones,
yes.
they were mad that I talked vaguely about work. I've worked in social media for a long time, so I thought that I was kosher, but apparently I wasn't. Like, I would say, like, don't you hate when? And then, something that had happened kind of recently or nebulously was something that was going on at work. And the HR person was like, was that about your boss? And I was like, yeah. But I didn't say my boss did this. And he was
Yeah.
like, well, she knew it was about her and it hurt her feelings.
Oh, boohoo.
Oh, fuck her. I don't care.
grow
She's
up.
a bad lady. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like the one that they really didn't like. I said like she was somebody who I would ask for feedback. I would give her something and she would say, this is bad, make it better. And I would go, word. I thought it was good and that's why I gave it to you.
Right.
Could you tell me how to make it better? And she'd go, that's not my job. Why do you want me to do your job for you?
Oh.
Or even to just say, hey, what are you looking for more? Like what?
Yeah. And I did feel
Nothing.
that as my
Sorry.
manager. No, you're good.
Let me get rid of
Okay, landline.
Yeah. Every time the landline is always ringing.
Who calls landline phones?
It's entirely always robocalls.
Yeah.
Because I like having a publicly available phone number that isn't my cell phone.
Oh, that's really smart.
It is
yeah.
nice. It is
Yeah.
nice to have.
Something for the robots to call.
Yeah, exactly. You got to give them something.
They're
'Cause-
lonely.
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
They are.
AI is going to take
All
our
they
jobs,
have is-
but not yet.
All they
Not
have
yet.
is Britt Miggs' ex-husband.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. Do you know about this?
No.
Britt Miggs came on our podcast and talked about how her ex-husband sent nudes to a Russian bot,
That's awesome.
which is just...
I mean, it was
Did they
probably
follow-
not nice for her.
Did they fall in love? Oh, it was when they were married.
It was when they were married.
Yeah.
Not
and,
that cool.
And then the downhill
Yeah.
was the start of the downhill towards the old divorce.
the old
Divorce,
divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he fell in love with the Russian bot, I would love that.
It's so embarrassing. Like, if you're gonna cheat, be better.
Yeah.
At it.
So agree.
At least get real, pussy.
Literally.
Yeah.
And it should be someone like equally as hot as Brit. Hard to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Name someone.
But I cannot.
Yeah. So okay, so you're talking about your boss in this TikTok where you're like, she sucks, and then this HR is like, you really hurt her feelings.
Yes.
Ooh.
People, they were like, well, she knew it was about her. And I was like, good. She should reflect. And what now? And I had already gone to HR like way previously being like, hey, she's a really bad manager. Do you think that we could maybe do something about this? And they did this whole investigation. And then we're like, no.
Yeah. I'm sure they like pretended to write something down on a piece of paper.
This is I think like a very widespread problem. I was watching a TED talk because I'm a guy that does it. And like it was a dude who wrote this book because he worked in like office job, but then he became just a motorcycle repair guy.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
And he said that it was one of like that it shifted basically all of his anxiety away because every single thing that was wrong became a physical thing that was just so empirical and that you could fix it and then you could deliver it back to the person and then they would drive away, give a little and it was just like everything that was wrong could be righted so physically and so like there was no manager being like ambiguous. There's zero chance for anything being ambiguous. There was just a job to be finished and then you're done.
I crave that so badly. Just real life work. My dad's a salesman, my mom's a teacher. I'm like, oh, those are real jobs.
Yeah.
You go to a person's house, you sell them something, you teach a child the curriculum. Like I've had bartender jobs where I'm just like, yes, you order the drink, I make the drink, you give me the tip, we're done.
Yeah.
That's sick. I want that so bad. I don't want... Her thing was like she wanted me to read her mind and all of these weird office politics of like, I don't know if she was threatened by me or just didn't like me or whatever. Like, I'm giving myself too much credit. I don't think she was threatened by me. But like, who cares? We're all emailing and ultimately we're like writing newsletters to tell people about our favorite eye masks. Fuck off.
Yeah. Office politics are really terrifying because it is like you're trying to read a person's mind. I remember at my old job, there was like this sort of like hyper masculine wannabe CEO.
You can say me.
It was Lucas. And you know how hard it is to please him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so masked.
I keep trying.
But like, we would have to get these like magazines that were like perfectly like, the magazine couldn't seem gay. You know, like
what?
it couldn't.
Wait, say that again, sorry?
It couldn't be like a celebrity magazine, but then it also couldn't be a sports magazine because he couldn't seem brutish.
Okay.
He wanted to seem cultured. So we'd have to get these like very well curated like film and architecture magazines, but it was all for the coffee table. It's all
That's
for clients to look at.
stupid.
Yeah, it's really stupid, right?
I hate people.
So like I would call my intern on the phone and be like, I'm so sorry, like the magazine you chose is so gay. Like, you need to go back.
That's really funny. All right, that's a funny phone call to have to make.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
It's weird too. I mean, just like that, those are the people who get to make enough money to be comfortable is insane. Because like to go from a corporate 9-to-5 to then go to the motorcycle mechanic, you have to take a serious drop in the amount of money you're making, which is so sad because those are the only real jobs.
Yeah.
Real jobs should make more money.
Yeah. I have gone on whole deep dives of just like people that like just do that. They own a wood shop. I'm like,
God.
I would thrive.
Lucas, can we go in on a lathe?
Please. Oh God. I will show hole.
Show hole for life.
Could I request that you don't?
Right. For a lathe is what I mean. For a yeah, 100%.
Same though. We started an OnlyFans to fund our wood shop.
You two and OnlyFans
fat
together?
and skinny show hole.
I want to come in.
A
as,
lot
like,
of people would like
medium
that.
Woman, and then you guys just take turns with me.
Yes.
Oh my god,
That's hot.
It's totally hot.
Very hot.
Subscribe to our OnlyFans.
Subscribe to our OnlyFans.
I do think there is like a thing where people in the Renaissance era, whatever, like the people who were crafts people were autistic.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, that's. I
Yes.
think that makes sense.
Yeah.
No,
Special interest.
There's
Yeah.
people for like some people are more like visual thinkers. There are people that are just good with their hands and producing like or like really good designers, architects. That's what this kind of brain is good for.
So true.
100% that that's what.
That's why you dream of working with wood.
Yes.
I want to build boats really bad.
Ooh.
Yeah. I was a rower in high school and college, and like a lot of them are made out of fiberglass, but you could make them out of like wood and lacquer.
Wow,
How fun.
that
Yeah.
sounds really fun.
That does sound.
They
good.
have cool ones at the Natural History Museum. These giant replicas of like the canoes that they.
Oh,
I've
I love
actually never
those.
been. I really need to go.
Oh, you gotta go. You gotta go with a little edible. You gotta do it.
I'll do it.
Oh, it's
I
gorgeous.
might do it with a big one.
Or a big one. Go crazy. Go crazy.
No, I won't. I'll get so scared. I was just talking shit. I won't do that.
If you gave me a big one, I would dissolve.
Yeah. Have you guys ever like greened out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm an adult.
I mean, like I've never like passed out.
Yeah.
Like because of it, but I have. When I was in college, the first time I ever got high was from an edible. I'm sure I've told you this
Scary,
story.
scary.
First
Yes,
time it was.
it's a great story.
They act
And,
like it's an easier way to get high for your first time, but it's actually the scariest thing you
It's
can do.
terrifying.
I
But-
actually highly recommend you tell her this story.
Yeah, so what happened was like I bought 2 quarters of a brownie from this guy, and this dude said, eat 1 quarter, then if you feel nothing for 2 hours, then wait for 2, and then eat the other quarter. I ate, felt nothing, waited 2 hours, perfect instruction following, then I ate the other one, and then I immediately felt everything.
And that is how that goes.
And I felt like I felt like anything I looked at, I became. If I was looking at a glass, I felt like I was becoming a glass.
Scary.
And then I started imagining sensations happening to me. I felt like I was floating. I felt like all this cool stuff. And then I started feeling really sick, and I threw up 4 times.
Nice.
And by the end, what was really nice was that my RA, like someone had mentioned, like, oh, he took an edible. It's like just he's gonna be fine. So he like didn't do anything. He was like, just let him wait it out, have
nice.
water. So they like just left me to my own devices and knew that I was gonna be okay, which was really cool. But when I was throwing up, I was in like the stall toilets of my dorm, and in the stall next to me was the dude who sold me the brownies. He was having diarrhea. He just had a lot of food allergies and was having a bad day.
He ate rice. Like,
Yeah.
I don't...
No, and he reached his hand under, and we held hands.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Isn't it? I've
Did
never felt.
something happen to your balls?
Oh,
That's the part
okay.
of the story I remember.
Okay, no, nothing happened.
That's the part I
I'll say it
remember.
right now. Nothing happened. No, what happened was like when I was imagining sensations happening
Yeah.
to me, I imagined myself floating. It felt like I was floating. And then for some reason, I made a squatting position and just imagined my balls descending infinitely into the abyss. And I felt
That's
like it was
masculinity.
happening. Yeah.
It's powerful.
And I felt like I joined with Mother Earth's testicles. We joined in like a knot. It was awesome.
In a knot,
Well, I would say in a shaking hand kind of thing, but balls.
right?
Yeah.
Rediscovering balls as a newly straight woman. It's been a crazy experience.
How's it been going for you?
Bad. But
They don't kind of like you're not when you're thinking conceptually about hooking up with and dating men, you're not considering balls.
No, you're
and then
not.
you're sort of in the situation and you're like, oh my God.
yeah.
Can I say that does remind me of one joke of Amy Schumer's that I do really like.
Okay.
It's
Oh, well,
one-
the people in my TikTok comments have been calling me Amy Schumer. So yeah,
Oh,
go
God.
ahead.
I'm so glad you're here. No, but she said that like she once dated a guy who she first time he took his pants on, he didn't have balls, and she said that she didn't realize how much she missed them until they were gone, and she said they're like grandparents. And I was like, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Who'd she steal it from?
I was going to say,
I'd love to know.
you know, it's a Patrice joke originally.
Maybe when he hooks up with guys, he's like, I miss
Patrice
balls.
is gonna haunt you now.
He already
Yeah.
is.
I think I would be like delighted if I got down there and was like, awesome,
No balls?
nothing for me to deal with.
You know, honestly, the experience itself was like fine, but I just kept laughing at the balls. I don't know.
Yeah, they're
You just
silly.
keep they're so cute. And then I was like,
they're
and then the
cute.
guy was like, "Yeah."
Balls have never looked awesome. They never
No,
look like
But I think that's
wonderful.
kind of what's beautiful about them is that they've never, nobody's ever like, what a beautiful pair of balls. Like,
Yeah. There's no Sydney Sweeney of balls.
no. And that is what I like about them is that they're silly looking and they know it and we don't have to pretend they're not.
Ooh, I just thought of something. There must be someone in the world who has the prettiest balls in the world. Someone
Suppose
does
so.
have that.
What would make them pretty?
That's
I would like it better if they were more like, I mean, if we're talking Sydney
How would you
Sweeney,
improve them?
I would really like if they were more circular. They're very ovular.
They
a
are
lot
very-
of the time.
And
And
they should be a lot like Sydney Sweet. They should have those beautiful blue eyes
yes,
staring at you.
They should
those
have great.
bodacious blue eyes.
Yeah, they should have huge double D blue eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a sort of like sultry smirk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let's anthropomorphize. They should have googly eyes on them and a little smiley face tattoo. That would be the prettiest balls I can think of.
Ooh.
If you got down, that would be funny. And honestly, those are the kind of guys I date who would do that kind of shit.
So
That's
you like
great.
goofy men.
Oh yeah, I love them.
Yeah.
I love when they're ugly and funny.
Well, okay. Well, now this is actually something I wanted to get to
good.
because I think it was on a rooftop last year where you told me something that you find attractive that I'd never heard before, but I was like, wait, I want to get into this. You said that you really like it when a guy has like a cross necklace that like bounces against his chest when y'all are smashing.
I'm shouting. I'm
so much-
screaming.
Yeah. What does it do? What
I
is
get
what's
it.
the story
You get
behind
it?
I get it.
Wait, what is okay, well
It's
tell me
so
what
hot.
what it conjures up for you.
Well, you go first.
Yes.
Okay, it doesn't have to be a cross, and actually, preferably not a cross. Like if
Okay.
it's like, I mean, a Star of David is good. Anything like in Sanskrit or something like, and I love when they're not particularly religious, but they're like, I wear this chain because it means a lot to my mom. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like, ooh, it gets tangled in their chest hair. I'm literally, I'm losing my mind. I don't know. I just love it. I think it's
That's
so
amazing.
hot.
That's so fascinating. Are there any other
It's bouncing off my forehead. I'm having the best time of
I
my
think
life.
there's a
Sorry,
sense
Mom.
of almost like hard line, like he's kind of like unrepressed when he does that, because like the chain is like, yeah, if it means a lot to his mom, it means a lot to him in some way. It's his values, it's his moral code, and when it's bouncing up and down like that, it's like the sex we're having is shattering your illusion of yourself as this noble person.
Yeah.
Right.
or does it mean like he is like just like living in his truth so hard and that you are part of this truth?
I've never gotten that deep with it, but it could, sure.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think
I
I get it. I really do.
Well, a chain is hot on everyone, which I think we've come to in the last couple of years.
Yes.
Every man is so hot in a chain. We got to get you in a chain, Lucas.
I have one.
Oh, good.
Should I put it on?
Are you a gold or a silver man?
Silver?
Yeah, I would call you a silver.
I
Thank
would
you.
say that. Are you good with like color analysis?
I think on gold and silver I am, but I don't understand what's going on with like, you're a true summer. Like, I have no
Yeah.
idea what that means.
Wait, what does this mean?
Oh, there's
True
a whole
summer?
corner of TikTok where there's like autumn, there's like all the seasons, and then there's a cool, warm, and true of each of them.
Yeah.
And there's just women, usually women, with like swatches of color on them, and some color analyst is behind them switching the swatches, and they're like, see, you look much better in jewel tones, and they're like, oh my god, I do, but I can never tell the difference.
Yeah. This is a whole thing. This
I
has
know
been a thing
like
for a
I know a
while.
little bit about undertones I think I have like yellow undertones or green maybe.
Yeah, probably.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So I know a little bit about that.
shredded.
That's the gold and silver at all. That's what I
Okay.
can play on.
Okay.
But the other colors, it really is just like what makes you look the best.
Okay. For a long time, I got very deep into how the glasses shape matches with your face shape.
Ooh, yes.
Oval, diamond, heart shape, and how like the right.
You have a heart shape, probably, right? Or
I have
maybe
more
even
of a square. Mine
Yeah.
is much more
You have a
square, and so
strong
I
jaw.
so I always went for rounder frames to like balance it out.
That does
Yeah.
make sense.
I went on a deep dive on YouTube about this, about like finding like the right one for you for your face to like.
That's what it's
match
like
it.
to read women's magazines.
There you go.
Welcome. Welcome, girly pop.
Thank you, Queen.
You know what I miss in the women's magazines? I miss the quizzes
Oh my god, I loved the quizzes.
that were like, "What's your ideal date?" And it brings you to like you're like answering these personality questions, and at the end, the date idea is just like dinner with Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, it's so good. What's so sad is like I worked at business magazines, so it's a little bit different, but I know so many people who worked in like women's magazines and lifestyle magazines, and it's dead ass an intern being like, and if you like going on a picnic, then that means you're a Taurus. Like, there's no fact checking, there's nothing. It's just an idiot going,
That's a fun job.
I need that job.
My favorite fact I've ever read in a magazine is that Niall Horan from One Direction, at least at the time, maybe this has changed, but when he was 17, he had only ever read one book. And it was To Kill a Mockingbird,
That's a good only book.
which is
a
a
good
good
book.
only book. It's
a very good book.
But I never forgot
Now
that
he's like
for
an
some
Audre
reason.
Lorde scholar.
Yeah. Now he's reading All About Love by Bell Hooks.
I'm sorry, who's Audre Lorde?
You should. Are you kidding? Okay.
That's what-
Cut that.
Cut that, cut that, cut that,
No,
cut it
no.
out,
She's
cut it
just she's a writer who did a lot of like black feminist stuff.
Oh, I know Bell
Right.
Hooks, but I don't know Audre Lorde.
She's a black lesbian.
Yeah.
If
Well, that's
you
why I
even
don't.
care.
If you
Yeah.
even care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Good luck
Yeah.
explaining yourself to that community.
I do have a good book of
Your
like the
demographic.
selected works of Audre Lorde if you ever want to read it. It's good. Okay. Can you read?
I can read.
Can you read?
Honestly, it's very hard for me.
Oh, I actually heard you saying that on the Noah Snyder that it's like, which I get.
No, reading for like has always been extremely difficult for me.
Are you an audiobook guy?
I'm an audiobook guy.
Love
yes.
that.
Yeah.
I love audiobooks so much. That's how I can digest them. That's the only way I was able to finish the Harry Potter books as a kid.
The audiobooks of those are really good.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
good.
Were
That's
you
the
a
problem.
fan?
Yeah, as a kid, huge fan. Like
Yeah.
As an
my-
adult, bigger fan.
yeah.
No, yeah, but
Yeah, that like my parents used to let me like take the day off to read the new book when it came out.
oh,
that's
that's
nice.
really
Yeah,
nice.
I was so into it. The movies I didn't care for as much. They got so dark at the end. Like 4 and on, they got very dark.
I
but
was
loved the
honestly
books.
really impressed with because like they really like especially with the last one they like pulled a lot from the book. I was like, God damn, they
were
did-
pretty true to
They
the
did
books.
a full pussy job with that, you know.
They, oh my god, their pussy was in that.
They
thing.
went full pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. They went full.
Cis pussy.
They went
Yeah.
full cis pussy.
Yeah. And as it should be. Someone asked us, by the way, speaking of controversial figures, to talk
Oh.
about the Eric Adams indictment.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah,
Oh
you're-
yeah.
What a
So good.
jabroni.
I know.
That's what a great word. What a great.
Have you ever seen somebody embody jabroni the way
No,
Eric
100%.
Adams has?
He's got it. I actually did a gig recently where it was like this young like youth activist group, and they hired me and Athir Yaqub to do a sort of like a PowerPoint comedy presentation, just roasting Eric Adams.
That's so
Where he's-
fun.
But then there was one kid who I think probably was on the spectrum, but was raised in a family of like police officers and fire department, and like he was like, you should be ashamed for making fun of a police officer who wore the badge and blah 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 blah. You should be ashamed of yourself. Shame on you.
You're like, well, I'd love to make fun of some other cops if you'd give me some time.
Yeah, and like, and what I actually said, because he was a kid, and I was like, okay, I
Oh,
do
that's
want,
nice.
and exactly, he was a kid, and I was like, okay, even though he was a kid, I was like, hey, I'm gonna be really honest here. I was paid like a nice bit of money to roast this man, and I think if you stay, you're gonna have a horrible time.
No, and that's like the kindest thing you could have
Yes, and then I said, with all respect in the world, all respect to you, I invite you to leave the room because this is only gonna get worse.
Yeah.
From your point of view, I'm guessing.
Honestly,
and then he
you
like
gifted
stormed
him
out.
some critical thinking skills
Yeah.
there of like, oh, this actually isn't a space for me. Rather than get worked up,
Yeah.
I'm gonna bounce.
Yeah, exactly.
I wish there were more people like that who would just go, yeah, I'm not the audience.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Exactly. Very much like the horror fans who was like, you know what,
Very
this
much.
isn't for me.
You
Yeah.
could scroll.
Yeah.
You could. Cyberbullying
It's as
isn't
easy as
real.
that.
Just walk away from the screen.
Close your laptop,
just
baby.
close your eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be okay.
Oh, can I ask you, is there anything online that you have ever seen that has made you feel anything close to the outrage that you have seen in your comments?
Actually, no.
Nothing.
Of course not.
Because I don't let myself get there. Like
right.
Yeah, sure, but I was curious.
maybe when I was younger and there was like when I was in my Barbie feminism moment, you know what I mean? When I was like 17 and I wasn't so aware of how evil it all was, there might have been a couple things where I got into like a TikTok or a Twitter fight. But even then, I think it was sort of like, well, rather than get this angry, I could just stop.
Yeah. What about you?
I have never been outraged, but I have like made a video response to someone who like said something that I thought was incorrect.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. I've done that, but I wouldn't get outraged. It was just like I need to correct because this is something that it just like
Exactly.
it felt like a square peg being shoved into a round hole in my head, and I was like, I need to put it right.
That's, I think, how most of it feels. It's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Or it maybe even like I can slip into like condescension of like, you sweet angel, I'm gonna tell you what's what,
Yeah.
but not outrage.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. I feel like this kind of thing has been coming up a lot because like Chapel Roan made that video where she was like explaining why she didn't like vocally endorse Kamala Harris. And then there's all these
Because
stitches.
she's ugly.
'Cause she's what?
Funny if Chaperone was like, girl, I hate the way you look.
That'd be really awesome.
I will not endorse. If Chapel was like, I will not endorse someone I think is busted. By the way, I think Kamala is very beautiful.
Yeah,
I don't
she is
think she's
beautiful.
yeah.
What if she didn't endorse her because she's beefing with Ella Emhoff?
Because that Dime Square bitch. Like,
Kamala, I will not endorse you until Ella Emhoff stops doing casual transphobia at my friend who she met at China Chalet in 2016.
yeah.
Oh my God.
That
Little
is
knob
like
got fell off my mic.
Little Knob X.
There you go.
When's
That's pretty
that
good.
album coming out, King?
Yeah, where's
There we
little?
go.
Where is
It
that
is
man?
coming. It's coming back.
Really?
Yeah, I've been following closely.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What's he up to?
We're getting new music soon.
That's
Fuck
wonderful.
yeah.
He's wonderful. I
He's
really like
great.
it. I also like the space he takes up in just like public discourse. He like
And he's such a good internet celebrity.
Yes,
like he's
he is.
so funny
He is
He's
funny
great.
and
Yeah.
incredibly good looking and smart and talented. I'm like, okay, has it all.
Brag. Yeah.
Yeah.
How old is he?
Like 23 maybe.
Yeah, he's a good Gen Z celebrity.
He's
He
a
and Jack
child.
Harlow, I think, are the same age.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And that's my problematic fave. I don't even think he's that problematic.
I
He's
would
just
love
a
to
white
see
boy
them
in
on
rap.
a road trip movie.
Me too.
They would have a great
I
road
think
trip.
what's
So
cool
bad.
about Jack Harlow is he like got his whole face redone. I
And he
think
looks
that's-
good.
And he looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Redone. What did he do?
Just the chin filler is crazy.
That is one of my favorite things about men is that they can't tell.
Yeah.
A man, somebody fully rearranges their face and men are like, he looks great. What's the issue? And you're like, okay.
There's so many celebrities because every celebrity in Hollywood is like
John
redoing their
Mulaney
face.
completely redid his face
John-
recently.
I heard that he had like his chin done. I
Huge
heard
chin
that.
implant. And he looks
implant.
incredible. Great work. Great work.
Andrew Garfield definitely got a hair transplant. Yeah. He looks fantastic.
The guys who don't need hair transplants are getting hair transplants just to like fix even like the little thing right here. They're all doing it.
Someone pointed out that Eric Adams, for all the time he spent in Turkey, did not get a hair transplant. You know what? I think that shows some.
Imagine
integrity.
he shows up with like a baby fro and he's like, what's different?
No, I was imagining him with John Mulaney's hair,
Yeah.
which is a crazy image.
A full coif.
Imagining his. Did you think JD Vance at the VP debate had work done?
Yeah, he's definitely had at least lip filler.
Yeah.
And that man wears lip gloss like no other.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, y'all clown on me for this, but the way that he was speaking at the debate, it felt like in the times that guys have hit on me, it felt exactly like that.
I
The
believe
way
that.
he was talking, it was like he was trying to flirt with the person watching. That's what I felt.
That's also because he has like eyeliner eyes.
yeah, no, it's the eyes, but it's also like the way he talks and
agree.
just his general persona.
He's a little sultry with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even, or just like trying to be sultry. More so that he was, it felt like he was trying to like woo me. And I was like, I don't like this. It didn't
Yeah.
feel good. What did Eric Adams text you? A dick pic? He sent you a dick pic? Whose dick pic was it?
Yeah.
It was a strap.
Yeah.
That's good.
It was Erdogan's dick pic. The president of Turkey.
Thank you for clarifying for me because I
Thank you for
actually did not
clarifying
know.
for Gabby because
That's
I knew
okay.
it.
That's okay.
That's good. I don't know.
I
where
dated
any
a Turkish
country
guy.
is.
That's the reason I know
Did
that.
you?
Yeah, for a long
Did
time.
he talk a lot about Erdogan?
Yeah, he did not like Erdogan. He was pretty progressive for
That's good.
Turkish politics, yeah.
Interesting. So, what is your like? What? No, I shouldn't ask it this way. So your type of guy is like goofy.
Oh, yes, yeah. Talk
Yeah,
about
but the Turk was not goofy at all.
Oh.
He would tell you he's goofy. I think he's goofy by Turkish standards, but that's a serious people.
So what is it about him that, if because he wasn't goofy, what attracted you to him?
He loved my ass. God, he loved me. Yeah.
That will do it every time.
It really will. He loved me. And he was very reliable and very like manly in the ways that I love. Like extremely reliable, a provider. Like he sent money to his family and to his sister, took that responsibility very seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Like handled things. He was an engineer. He like was dealing with his immigration status and was so on top of it. Just like I love that. So many men aren't like that, especially in New York, like with this
I'm not.
extended adolescence,
100%.
right?
Yeah.
No,
And
I don't know anyone who is.
He was
Yeah.
also a guy who like we would walk down the street and my brain is off. He's holding my hand and I'm just like walking behind him like
That's
so
nice.
baby girl. It was incredible.
That's really hot.
It was
That's wonderful.
awesome.
This
Yeah.
guy sounds awesome. Where is he?
Yeah, he's great. He's dating a new woman and he's moving to Atlanta.
Happens to the
Love
best
you,
of
King.
them.
Do you have another like looks type kind
Oh,
of? Do you
yeah,
like
yeah,
tall, short?
Big is my preference.
Yeah.
Like just large.
Yeah.
Because I'm big. I never get to feel small or like womanly because I'm bigger than everyone in the world. So if a man can be like bigger than me, that's awesome. I love them hairy. I want them to have back hair before 30.
Nice.
That's ideal to get caught in their chain.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Just tough.
Yeah.
And
And
I
I
want
like
to be Bigfoot.
Yes.
Yes.
And I like when a man has like a look, like when they're doing something weird with their hair or they like have glasses that are like
Yeah.
goofy. I don't want them to be like super. I don't like when they're manicured. I don't like that. I want them to be like almost gross, but have like one look that they do. I dated this guy for a while who was like from Missouri, but then moved to New York and had no reason to be like country western, but was always wearing like a bolo tie and a weird hat. And I was like,
Oh, that's so cool.
I'll kiss him.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to first base with you.
Wait.
Kiss your mouth.
Do you have any requirements for height?
Not requirements, because like one time I dated a guy who was 5'5", but he was just so cocky and like funny that it was like literally whatever. I
Yeah.
don't care. Like that's awesome. So not a hard requirement, but my pref would be 6'2" and above.
Yeah. Well, you are a tall woman.
Yeah, I'm about 6 feet tall.
Wow. Yeah.
If I got to build my perfect man, he's probably 6'6", like 330.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
But those men do not exist in New York.
Yeah, you got to go to like those like football towns.
You gotta go to like.
I gotta go back to where I came from for real.
Yeah, you do. I was thinking
Go back
like.
to where you came.
Yeah.
Go back to Columbus, you Columbuser.
We
I was thinking the north,
manufacture NFL.
like Minnesota. I feel like
Yes.
there's like.
A man who can
hulks of
chop
men.
down a tree.
Yes.
We're fucking.
I feel like you probably had a crush on a cartoon as a kid.
Oh.
Okay,
yes.
here's the thing though. So
Not
I
a
just
read, by the way.
oh,
Compliment.
thank you.
Yeah.
I probably would have, but I just read books.
Okay.
I like didn't have friends, and that's like not a hyperbole. I did not have friends.
Okay.
I read books. Like
Was there a book or a character that stirred something in you when you were younger?
I have to think. Actually, okay, the cartoon character that I did have a crush on. Do you remember on Tumblr when they would
Nope.
do like emo tattoo edits of Disney princes?
I love that you're like, Gabby, you would know this. And you know, I usually would.
Yeah.
This is incredible. I've never seen you have a corner of Tumblr that you didn't know
But I
about.
don't know that.
You
I
stumped her.
actually-
You
Okay,
really stumped
not
her.
all of them, but Aladdin. And I famously love a brown man. So like,
How is
Okay.
it? It's Disney.
oh yeah, look that up. Look up Aladdin emo edit, and you will find it.
Okay,
he's
I'm
got a
Googling.
beanie on, and his arm is up like this, and he's got gauges and like tattoos.
Oh, that's really hot.
So hot.
Yeah.
I was a huge Aladdin girl growing up.
What captured your attention about it?
That's
Oh,
a
is
good
it this?
question. Yes.
Show me. I see it.
Yeah.
I get it. To be fair, that is Bushwick.
Yeah, exactly.
Many of the boys.
so I am in the
Bushwick-
right place.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
I
They
just wish
have to
that
be
they would.
larger.
I'm always telling every man I know to gain 100 pounds. They hate
Lucas,
it.
come on.
I'm
now's your
trying.
time.
You could gain 200, babe.
I so could.
Your poor bones would crumble under the weight. They're like, we've spent literally 30 years trying to
Yeah.
get here. How old are you actually?
Huh, what?
Are you younger than me? How old are you?
I'm 29.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So, no,
No,
your
but
bones would
like
freak
my
out.
dad had the exact same frame as I do.
Yeah.
I am meant to be built this way.
You cannot gain 200 pounds. You would die.
No, I truly cannot.
It would be really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a pass.
Yeah, you're
Thank you.
not.
But
You're not
just
the
know-
rock. You're the stick.
Yeah.
Just know I'd want to kiss you even more. And I already want to kiss you so bad.
Yeah.
Stop it.
You've been playing the long game, waiting
my
to come on the
God.
pod.
Yeah.
I feel flirted with, and I think that you guys should get on Patreon for what we got. Oh yeah.
Releasing
Our
a sex
woodworking
tape just on
OnlyFans.
Patreon. Where you show a hole for a lathe.
Yes, I will show hole for a late.
Yeah.
We could fuck the lathe.
We can fuck the lathe.
I'm so glad my grandma doesn't know how the internet works.
Well, this is crazy because if you look under your seat, come on.
Cookie, what are you doing down there?
Her name's Cookie.
Yeah. She's kind of a bad lady, I'll be honest.
Oh, Cookie's bad.
Yeah.
Bad Cookie.
He's
She's
bad.
not a nice woman, no.
Cookie bad.
Cookie bad.
Well, fuck her.
She's Cookie is a cute name.
It's a very cute name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that her Christian name?
No, her real name. This is actually so sad. So
You don't
her
have to share if you
parents-
don't want to.
No, no, it's fine.
Okay.
Her parents had 11 kids, and she was the 11th,
Wow.
and they didn't want to keep her, so they named her after the doctor and the nurse in the room, Harry and Ernest, I think, or Ernestine. So her real name is Harriet Ernestine, and they were like, "We'll take her. We named her after you." And they were like, "No." And then she liked eating cookies, so.
Probably to deal with the sadness of that rejection.
And that's why we have generational fatness.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Is a lot of your family a lot of your family's big?
Oh yeah, everyone. Well, some of the men on my mom's side like were Swedish, so some are like tall and
Kind of long and lean.
yeah, not necessarily lean, like very solid. Like my grandpa when he died was still like 6'1" and like could like genuinely thick.
Yeah.
So they're all strong, but then every woman is fat.
Interesting.
We're not escaping that.
Yeah, my family, it's a lot of that too. Like a lot of on my dad's side, a lot of the women, we all got big boobs, enormous boobs.
Which
You
does
got your
not
dad's
help.
boobs?
I got my daddy's boobs.
Aw.
That's wonderful.
That's awesome. I did get Cookie's tits. It's gonna be rough when I get old.
Hey,
Wait, rough how? What happened to her?
We're just not shaped right. We're really not. One of the TikTok comments said, "You got that BMW body made wrong," and I was like,
no,
"Listen, it's not kind, but it is true. It's not right. What's going on?
no.
I dress correctly for it. I'm."
That breaks my fucking heart. Jesus.
That makes me mad.
Well,
and
thank
you know
you,
what?
guys.
It does prove your point. There is something wrong with those people.
They're
Yeah.
they're digging their hole.
Yeah.
and I'm up here going.
Yeah. Hello, dig more. That's
Yeah.
People are very mean online.
People
They're
are very mean generally.
Body-
Everyone says, "Is that head a filter?"
Yeah,
Everyone says
that's
that to me. It's
really fucked up.
It's mean. It's
You're
very,
like, I have a
Lucas,
actually
fine. I will
regular
delete
sized
my
head.
burner.
Thank you. I did not think I had a big head until I was like, all right, it's a little bit, because like in my mom's side of the family, like so many people have like largish heads.
Yeah.
Like that's
Okay,
like
but
just
when
a
your
trait.
body's thin, also like you just
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you had a regular size head though, and then one time before a show,
Oh god, I hate this.
No,
but
keep going,
finish.
keep going.
But finish it, please finish it.
you and another comic, Cameron Lindsay, I was nervous for the show, and I
Yeah.
was saying something about my big head, and you both were like, "We got bigger heads than you," and I was like, "I really don't know." And then a girl sitting next to us was it your friend?
Oh no, but we measured, didn't we?
Yes, she was like, "Well, I have a measuring tape," and we were like, "Yes."
People are too handy.
Yeah.
Too handy for that situation.
And you guys both had way bigger heads than me,
Yeah.
which was shocking.
Have you always thought of yourself as someone with a big head?
Yeah, but I have a big body, so like it
Right.
works.
Yeah.
And for me,
I
it
don't
does-
think of you as a big-headed individual.
That means so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I look at you and I go, well, that's a man who looks like a man.
Thank you. That means the world to me. That really does. I can die happy now.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I for the longest time, I was like, all right, I'm a thin dude. My head is like a little, and then everyone was like, this is abnormal, and you should see someone. It's like, who do I see about this?
There's
I
a
can't
big head
see.
doctor.
I can't shave
a
this
phrenologist?
down.
Like, what are you talking about?
Hey, I'm the troll doll doctor, and I'm gonna resize this for you until.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, you should be a troll doll for Halloween.
That's something.
Straighten your hair and do the...
Oh no, I can't straighten my hair. It would be awful.
Really?
Yes.
Straightening my hair like this would be disgusting.
Have you done it before?
I have straightened my hair before.
I highly doubt it would be disgusting.
Oh no, yeah, no, but you weren't there.
Wow. My hair can't.
Maybe
take
it
a
would be
curl.
different now, but I remember like back, I was just like, this is off. I hated it.
What did you
so-
try straightening it for?
It was just with friends. You know, we were just like, someone had the iron, and we were like,
Yeah.
all right, let's see what's up.
Was
And
it
for
too
fun.
like...
it looked like that. I looked like a parrot that was put through a dryer.
Okay, that's your second Halloween costume for this year.
How do you do that? You just
know
get,
New
like, a
Yorkers
little
love a
dryer
New
You're
ball.
yes
Halloween
ending
costume.
too hard.
Wait, what are you gonna be for Halloween?
Oh yes.
I don't know, and I hate coming up with them.
I don't have any plans yet. I don't know what to do for Halloween.
I
this
figure
year.
it out like a week before. What do I have? Because I also, and I don't mean this as an insult to other people who do this, but I don't like buying all that stuff.
Yes, it's so wasteful.
It's so wasteful. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't, and so much of it is plasticky stuff that is just gonna go in a landfill.
Yeah.
So I always try to do stuff with what I have, but then I wait too long and put it off, and then I just wear like, I just wear a corset, and I'm like, oh, my costume is my tits are out. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a great costume.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Yeah. When did you start? Did when did you get your first corset? And I ask you this because I tried on a corset for the first time recently.
How did you like it?
It felt great.
Yeah, you
Because
felt incredible.
People think corsets are like restrictive for women, but I feel like for so long they were probably meant to like really help because I have back problems. I
Yes.
have neck problems. I felt amazing.
That's wonderful.
If you
My
get
back-
a good one, they're nice.
My back felt better than it ever had. I got tied into the corset by someone at the Ren Fair who was, by the way, the second person I've met named Daddy. Because we interviewed...
Wait, another Irish guy?
No, it was a non-binary
That's a
white
hilarious
person.
thing to say. Oh yeah, another Irish person. Dad.
Classically Irish.
He always says that it's like a regular name for black men in Ireland to have. And I don't know if I believe him or not because he's always saying shit, but I'll choose to believe it.
I have never heard him say that.
He
Really?
said-
Well, because he said that Daddy was like a nickname from his mom, like in like his mom's family in the Congo. Like that has nothing to do with
Daddy.
He's
Ireland.
literally always just saying shit.
I love him.
I love him.
But there was another, it was like, I'm sure maybe it wasn't their birth name, but it was a non-binary butch person whose name tag said Daddy.
That's awesome.
And then they were like tying me up. I was like, so how long have you worked here? You know, trying to
Nice.
just butter them up. And then they were like, 5 years. I've been tying people up before, during, and after work. I was like, Daddy. Oh.
Literally.
Yeah.
Daddy, please.
And then I got my
Wow.
corset. Oh, and when, you know, you're supposed to put your boobs into the corset at the end?
Yeah.
The way they said it was, oh yeah, so at the end,
You take them off? What the?
no, it's
kinda
like, you
like-
gotta like tuck them in.
Yeah.
But the way they phrased it was, and put the girls in their assigned seating.
Oh, that's a good phrase.
I died.
That's a
That
good
is
phrase.
really good.
That's pretty good.
I was like, should we go right here, Daddy? Right here, Daddy. But it felt great. When did
Yeah.
you wear corset for the first time?
Not that long ago either. Probably like 2 or 3 years ago. And it does. Your back feels so good.
It feels so good.
It really does.
I would show
Can I
a
say
hole
I've
for a
worn one and
corset.
it did feel nice.
Really?
I have a friend. Oh yeah, sure. I have a friend who like had a corset. She was like, "Do you want to try?" I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah. Did
Tried
you
it
feel
on.
snatched?
I did. I definitely felt more upright. I felt
Yes.
more up. Yes, I definitely felt
It
more
like
up.
cures like office worker body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes me want to get one of my own just because I tried it on and then I saw the price. I was like, no. But
Yeah.
I kind of just want to.
There are some cheap ones on Amazon. I will say those break and then stab into you, which is less fun.
Can't have that.
But that was because my slouching is so powerful that I broke it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's honestly kind of an achievement, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
But it is such a hack as a woman to like, you just put on a I put on a corset and then
I've
put
always
on
thought
the
of you
red
as a
A.
hack.
Thank you. And I put on the A and I was like, oh, I'm easy A now.
Perfect costume though.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
I put a skirt on with that same thing and was like, I'm Red Riding Hood.
Slutty Red Riding Hood.
Literally.
That's why
To
she
be a
got-
slutty child is the greatest privilege.
And you said that.
Keep that in.
So Diddy's on trial.
Oh my god, he is.
Yeah.
Every day he gets hit with more counts.
Oh, it just
He's a
keeps
special
coming.
guy.
And talks so much about that. And talks so much about how special you find him.
I just don't know anyone like him. He has some special interests.
He really built an out. Being a predator is Diddy's special interest. He built an empire.
You're ableist if you say it's fucked up what
I'm
Diddy
leaving.
did.
If you think
No,
what
he's a
Diddy
bad
did
man.
is wrong, you are anti-neurodivergence and you're homophobic.
Finally, someone brave enough to say it.
I know. I've been saying this for so long. Lucas is like, I cannot be on camera with these people.
Oh.
The camera shut off!
I've never been. Oh, that made me so happy.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Lucas has such a beautiful self-preservation instinct that Gabby and I don't have. Do you think I should start writing Diddy in jail and then have a jailhouse romance?
Yeah. I think you could be the only person who really understood
I'm
him.
too overwhelmed
Me and
to
Usher.
riff. Should I be his pen pal?
Maybe he'd be flattered.
Should I be his Mrs. Manson?
Kind of buying low sort of situation.
Everyone else just wants me because I keep them trapped in my tower. But you love me for me.
I get one taste of TikTok hate and I'm like addicted to internet, just absolute inflammatory bullshit.
What Diddy did is wrong. If you're listening, don't do it.
Please Nazi salute
Don't
again.
do it.
Don't do it.
if you're listening, don't get mentored by Clive Davis and start holding freak offs in a 50-foot bed in your backyard.
So many people just
What
change
is a
their
freak
dreams.
off?
Oh girl.
girl.
I'll show you right now. Apparently it
McKenna
involves
more
a
freak
lot
offs.
of baby oil,
Oh.
Yeah.
a lot of drugs. They said
Yeah.
it could go multiple days. Did you see that? Multiple days, and it would just be like the most fucked up shit ever, and he videotaped it all. And that's why nobody's ever told.
God damn.
Yeah, it's,
Really bad.
it's blackmail.
Yeah,
Yeah. The other crazy thing about Diddy is like he killed people.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
I
He
feel
was
like
totally
that has
involved in
been
Tupac.
that I've kind of just known about. That I've kind of known.
Yeah, he definitely was involved in Tupac, definitely involved in Aaliyah.
Yes.
Also, Jay-Z's going down. Jay-Z and Beyonce knew about this, and they like it.
Jay-Z and Beyonce come on the pod.
I
on
actually
the pod
want
and
to
defend
upset
yourself.
every fandom on the internet.
Are there any other treasured fandoms you want to say anything about the aromantics or
That's good.
or
yeah, talk about them.
asexuals?
They're
or-
really not bothering me.
You're good for now. Thin ice, but you're good.
Yeah.
beautiful. Oh, okay. Well, where are we at in the pod?
We are just like a little over an hour in.
Let's do some listener submissions if you want.
Let's do it.
Sometimes people write in with just random things from their life. Sometimes
Who's your average listener? What's the deal?
they're sometimes
White.
they're a little young. Oh,
Oh, cool.
white. To quote
No.
Assad, no disabilities.
Okay.
We asked Assad, "What's your type?" and he said, "No disabilities."
That kid's awesome. No, and you know what? At least he'll be a more problematic guest than I am.
That's true. He said, "Shout out to my homie Hitler" when he was on here.
Oh, shout out
so-
to my son Hitler. He
That's awesome. My birthday is Hitler's birthday.
420.
420.
Big time.
Whoa.
Wow.
Great day.
Simon Block, perfect. I can't stop talking about Simon Block because I would die for him. He has this joke where he goes, he's comparing like Hitler's birthday to 420, and he goes, "Gas chamber, you mean my mouth?"
He is Jewish. I just want to tell everyone
That's
he is
good.
Jewish, man. Okay, so this is a two-parter.
Yeah. Hit it.
So my grandparents eloped in both. So I don't know if this person wants
Recently?
advice, by the way.
Okay.
No, I think this is just family
Finally,
history.
they had it.
In both senses of the word, on the same night, ran away one county over to get married because she got pregnant, and sent their parents a telegram that said, "We eloped." My grandma's mother was so pissed at them, not because they eloped, but because they sent a telegram. At the time, my grandma's mother was in Vietnam.
This could have been an email.
Literally.
I know. Why did you telegram this? And
I
her
had to
mom
look
thought
up Morse code.
he had died. He didn't. He's still alive. My grandparents have 5 kids. Only the youngest one was planned. My grandpa was just casually sober because he was low-key an alcoholic, and he only drank for this one specific toast that his brothers and him did at Christmas. The toast involved Mountain Dew and scotch. My mom and all of her siblings are married. They do sibling breakfasts every few months. At the last one, none of them were wearing their wedding rings. The oldest has been cheating on his wife with the same woman since before I was born, at least 16 years. And everyone knows but him, and his wife is Catholic, so they won't get a divorce. The second one is a swinger. Him and his wife are on the brink of divorce. My dad regularly cheated on my mom. They're on the brink of divorce. Have been since I was born. Middle daughter married a dude who's 12 years older than her, and he has cheated on her. They're on the brink of divorce. Youngest have been cheated multiple times, also on the brink of divorce. Clearly, we're the most functional family in the world. And that's it.
Just wanted to let us know.
Thank you.
Just like, hey, it's just a little rundown for you.
It's feeling Appalachian with the Mountain Dew and scotch,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which I love.
That sounds delicious.
I've never had
actually.
Mountain Dew.
I don't like scotch, but I love Mountain Dew. You've never had Mountain Dew?
Never tried it.
It's terribly addictive.
Yeah,
Really?
It's
Yeah.
super good. It's
There have been like
pure
studies
sugar.
about people who are addicted to it and like have anger issues when they try to get off of it, like serious rage issues.
Well, now I gotta try it.
Yeah, well, it's delicious.
It's better when you inject it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it like a lemon lime soda? Is that it, or
No.
what is it?
Radioactive.
That the flavor is radioactive.
It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't taste like anything even close to something that you could find in nature.
It's
certainly.
like Shrek fluid.
Okay.
It's like so green.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like. I guess it would be like lemon lime would be the closest thing you could call it, but it is not that.
Now I want a Mountain Dew.
Me too.
Now I really want a
Mountain Dew Code Red.
Yeah,
So
super
good.
You made the same face for like the necklace and the chest hair as you do for Code Red.
Exactly.
It is giving.
Ideally,
Appalachian.
I'm drinking a Code Red while I got a chain swinging in my face.
That's hilarious.
the ideal female experience right there. How long would you like be in a marriage where it was like clearly on the rocks before like getting a divorce?
I hope I'd be out
Yeah,
really quick.
Same.
I do think it's crazy, like the idea of like she's so Catholic that she won't get a divorce, but she's like cheating is also wrong in the Bible. I've read that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, do something.
It's like very, although modern Catholicism, that's like very modern Catholicism of like picking and choosing what the Bible says.
Yeah. I love that.
They're like,
modern
you can't be gay,
Catholicism
but
was,
I
like,
will wear 6 different types of fabric. That's in the same book, baby. That's in Leviticus.
Wait, were you raised Catholic?
No, but I was in a Christian cult for a couple years.
Whoa.
Classic.
What?
Yeah.
What kind of?
It was called Xenos, Xenos. Should have tipped me off. And it was just kind of like non-denominational. They like curse during Bible study. They'll be like, yeah, so Jesus fucking parted the sea. It's crazy. They would like lure kids in by buying them grape cigarettes. Have you ever even heard of a grape cigarette?
What the what?
What?
Sometimes I'll smell it on the street, and like a backwoods kind of smells like it, but it's a different thing. Sometimes I'll smell it on the street and be like,
Wait, now
A grape cigarette?
seems like something you use
Does
to
it-
lure kids into weird shit.
does it taste like grape?
I never smoked one. I just remember the smell.
Wow. So then, what drew you into the cult?
A boy. I was
Were
just a
you in-
fat 14-year-old and nobody had ever liked me before, and he wanted to hang out. He texted me, do you want to go to HC this weekend? And I thought he was asking about homecoming, and I was so excited. Like, I never saw that happening for me, but he meant home church. And then I was
Imagine you
in
show
it
up
for
in like
3
your
years.
sluttiest outfit.
At that time, neckline to here, like I'm down past my knees. I'm like, you ready to party?
Ready to see some ankle, baby boy.
So what was? I was about to ask like, what was the worst thing that happened? Which I realized is probably like a lot.
No,
to
that's
ask.
okay. It really wasn't. So I was a rower at the same time. They really didn't like that I was not. Like, I had 1 foot in, 1 foot out, so it didn't affect me that badly.
You had extracurriculars. You had other shit you were doing.
Which they really didn't want. So the worst thing and the thing that got me out of it, a lot of the people in this group are genuinely good people who got involved in a church, and it's like boiling frogs or whatever, where like it seems really nice. It seems like a modern way to be a Christian, and then you see the more sinister sides of it, like to recruit people. They like everyone in the high school group has a college age discipler, which at the time seems smart, and then you're like, wait, those 22-year-olds were in charge of my life.
Yeah.
That's insane. They would like to evangelize or recruit. They would have the kids who were very firmly in the group bring friends from school. They would always say like, you know, it's a new semester, sit next to someone new and tell them about Jesus Christ. And you would bring those people, and then after they would leave, you would go gossip about them and talk about all the tough stuff that was going on in their life. Like if somebody had a mom with cancer, that was like jackpot, because we were all going to then write notes to her and like the most manipulative things.
Yeah.
And like under the guise of like, but then they would say things like, well, we're really going to be here for this time, and then she'll stick around. Like,
Right.
because to them, I think a lot of them were like, we're going to help save her. Like they believed that,
Yeah.
but it was twisted. But the thing that got me out was my junior year. And so my boyfriend is like the heir apparent. He wasn't actually ever my boyfriend because we weren't allowed to do it like out in the open, but like whatever. He definitely is going to be like in charge of the church one day. So he like,
Oh, he's still in.
oh, big time. And he married a girl. He has 2 kids.
Oh my
He gained a lot of
God.
weight. It does not look good on him. I love when people get fat and they get uglier. That's sad.
I
You're-
feel that way too.
You're
Yeah.
actually supposed to get better looking. That's really sad.
Yeah,
Aw.
I used to be like stone skinny, and it never worked for me.
Oh my God.
I looked gaunt. I was all elbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got some.
You were meant
titties
to be
and
a thick
stuff.
queen.
I literally was meant to be a thick queen. I
Yeah,
think.
you're gorgeous.
I'll show you something. Ooh, okay. Can I
I'm
join?
not
this?
going to get on this podcast and lie.
Can I join this OnlyFans hole? Yes.
I support everyone.
But But that's crazy. So
Yeah.
like that, you kind of dated a cult leader.
A little
Yeah.
bit,
Yeah.
a soon to be.
A cult prince.
A cult prince, yeah.
Aw.
So, okay, so the last thing was me and my friend, who a lot of the rowers were also in the cult. Weird little like Venn diagram of cults, because the rowing team was also a cult for sure. But this girl that we were friends with had sex with a boy in the church. She had told her discipler, this college age person, like, I'm having sinful thoughts, sexual thoughts, whatever, had told them multiple times. And they were like, okay, just fight against it, just fight against it. And finally they like just the tipped it. The boy, nobody did anything. They made us vote the girl out. She came around to each one of us and was like, do you vote me out? We're in my boyfriend's living room. And everyone but me and my friend, Michaela, on the rowing team said, no, like, this is insane. She ran out of the house sobbing after we did it. Everyone else was like, we have to do this for her spiritual journey. Goes home and like, I mean, all but tries to kill herself. Like, was despondent, tried to hurt herself, tried to,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
And we were like, okay, I actually think I'm good.
Wow. And
But
that's
they-
what got you out.
Yeah, but they like excommunicate people if they do, women, if they do anything sexual, like, it
But
was,
the boy, nothing happens.
No.
Oh my god.
Well, I like that.
I'm kind of in on that.
Well, now I'm in.
Yeah.
I found my
They
place.
changed their name to Dwell because the Columbus Dispatch did a big package about how they're a cult, how they're obviously a cult.
Oh my
and they were
God.
like, we're actually just going to rebrand. So Dwell, and also good Instagram at Xenos is a cult in Columbus, Ohio.
I can't wait to follow that.
Yeah.
What makes
That's
them
awesome.
a cult? Other than that they excommunicate
that they're
people.
ugly.
That's the main thing, is like they really try to cut you off from anyone in your life who is not a believer, and
Yeah.
especially a believer of this brand. Like, they wouldn't
Yeah.
even want you to like be pals with a Catholic.
Yeah.
Also, the guy like who started the cult famously just did mushrooms in the woods and thought he saw God, and then started this.
So I could start a cult.
Well,
I think
you
you're
don't
more
have to-
qualified
You
than
don't
that
need
guy.
mushrooms to do that. You could just be persuasive.
Yeah,
Hey guys, I saw God.
I'm in.
You're in? Good.
I've already been in two, so like I'm pretty susceptible. Yeah.
You were in a second cult?
The rowing team was definitely cult.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it. Yeah, I don't think it hits the definition. of
no,
cult.
that's
Probably not.
That's a sport. That's
They
something that's
excommunicate
healthy.
you if you don't row fast enough.
Kind of. It was a very unhealthy environment, but it wasn't a cult.
Wow. Do you ever still get the urge to row? I say it like
Yeah.
it's drugs.
Yeah.
You ever get the
I
My
urge?
would
dad
love
was
to
a rower.
row.
He loved it.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Loved it.
To be alone on the water, like in a single early morning, is the most beautiful thing ever. I would love to build a boat and then be able to row. It's just you can't really here. It's
Not on the
gross.
Hudson.
Really yucky.
No, you can. I've rowed on the Hudson.
Have you?
Yeah.
I've kayaked.
No, I've like been in like a multi-person like and
Really?
yeah, rowing. Yeah, it's a beautiful feeling.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It was
It's just
great.
the water doesn't get very flat here.
Nah, it's thick.
It is thick.
The water.
Oh, it's juicy.
Yeah.
All right, another
Let's do
listener
another one. Hold
submission.
on,
Lucas,
let
you
me
got
read
another
one. Okay. This ain't gossip, forgive me, but it's a funny medical thing that I think about a lot. Disclaimer, please don't do this unless you're literally dying and this is your only option. In theory, you can use cocaine to treat an allergic reaction. Epinephrine is a bronchodilator and a vasoconstrictor, meaning it forces the bronchioles in your lungs open so you can breathe deeply and oxygenate your blood. And at the same time, it makes your veins and arteries a bit smaller so your heart rate slows down. Amphetamines, including cocaine, also have both of these properties. So yeah, if you ain't got an EpiPen, but you got an 8-ball, you should be all right until you can get medical attention.
That's actually really
Pretty
good to
cool.
know.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
I love our listeners.
I love them too.
I
That's
love
incredible.
these people. Wow.
That's
You
incredible.
got an 8-ball or
I don't at the moment.
Do you got an allergic reaction?
you got an allergic reaction? Then who's flying the plane?
Yeah, no, I've never done. Have you ever done an amphetamine? I have never.
Yeah, one time I did cocaine, and my friends forgot to remind me that it's not an or that it's like a drug you can OD on, because I just really like smoke weed and do mushrooms. And so I did 8 lines and nobody told me to stop, and now I have a deviated septum and I couldn't poop for a week.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Also, like, I just clearly have ADHD because I kept being like, I don't feel this. I feel like normal and I feel like I can focus.
Yeah, that is kind of how it feels. I mean, I take
How good was the first poop after a week?
Oh,
it was
yeah.
okay. There were so many stages of the poop. Like, it was crazy because you could feel all the different poops that had stacked up. It was like this, like, there were clear demarcations between. It was really crazy.
It's like taking an ice core from the Antarctic. Like,
Yes,
you see the layers.
Like, actually, yes.
I imagine you're like, this feels more like a fall poop. This is a summer poop.
This
Yeah.
is a last Tuesday poop.
Yeah, this is when it was only bacteria. This
Yeah,
is,
yeah. This is Mesozoic. This is
Single cell poop.
oh my god, that's
Oh my god. All right.
wow.
Don't do 8 lines of coke. It's not.
I
Don't
won't.
do 8 lines
and
of
we
Coke.
don't recommend.
That's the advice. Unless you have an allergic reaction.
Unless you have an allergic reaction.
Do it.
Sometimes I am so grateful to be like fat because like I can be so much more reckless before it becomes a problem. Like if you did 8 lines of coke, you would be dead
Yes.
Yes.
for sure.
I have heard stories of people that have OD'd, but have been told by doctors later the only reason you're alive is because you're fat.
100%. So I could weather so many things.
Yeah.
I could probably get run over by a truck and be fine.
Yeah. You would lift that truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can tell you're strong. Yeah, that's
I'd become the road.
You'd be Flat Stanley.
You ever see like an errant like fork in the road that's just pressed in? That would be you.
Yeah, just
I love that for you.
I don't.
Okay.
But I think we should go into our final segment.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Final segment. You've been an amazing guest.
You've been awesome.
This is a
Oh,
two-parter.
thank you.
We want you to tell us how you think other people perceive you.
Including or barring the horror audience.
Whatever it's open-ended. I mean,
Okay.
I think fuck them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so too. I'll keep it to people who know me in real life.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, let's do that.
But to people who know you in real life, and then
Indeed,
we'll say
yes.
how we perceive you.
Yes.
Okay, I love that. You guys are like, we think you're a stupid bitch, and
That's why we
Yeah.
invited you here. It's ritualistic public
Dum
embarrassment.
dum dummy.
I like
Yeah.
that. Dum dum dum. That kind of was like remix that into a house song.
Dum dum dummy.
That felt good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
I've seen some of you do some music stuff, don't you?
No.
Haven't
Yes,
you
he
made some
does.
TikToks where you like
Yes.
make fun little things?
Let's
Yes.
not do this. No. I have like I have in the past. The thing is like I would do like these sort of like I would try to come up with the dumbest rhyme scheme around the word booty.
Yeah.
And like, but the thing is like that would get flagged a lot for community guidelines because I was like saying ass basically, and so they would be like, and so I was like, oh, I'm not gonna do this as much. But people resonate.
People love people resonate with the booty poems.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a fun thing to write. I actually have one that I like posted on once, but it didn't do well, and so I just took it
You
down.
can't
But
say booty on TikTok.
yeah.
Man.
Yeah. The shiny is.
Yeah, I actually thought of a bar the other day. Booty screwing a lot. Booty got a busy Phillips.
Wait, that's who people say I look like all the time.
Busy
Really?
Phillips.
Yes.
Oh, I
look a bit like
totally
Bussy.
see it.
I said Bussy.
Bussy?
Busy Phillips.
I used to think that was her name. I said Bussy Phillips to a.
Because why would
real
it be
person.
busy?
Why
Yeah.
would it be busy?
Who's
you
named
do
Busy?
look like Busy Phillips though.
If I lost more weight, we have like angular features.
You guys
you have very
very similar
you got
faces.
similar
Yeah.
facial structure.
her
but
and Pink. When people are being nice, they say I look like Busy or Pink.
I can see you a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But how do you feel like the people
Okay.
in your life see you?
I think I will say the negative things first, but I think largely the people I keep in my life see me positively. I fear that I know that I talk a lot. So I think sometimes like if somebody was going to be like McKenna's thing is that she needs to maybe shut the fuck up sometimes. And that's fair. But I think positive stuff, I think people think I'm a really good friend. I'm very loyal. I'm very protective. And I think people definitely see that in me. And I think people see me as funny and witty. Yeah, I think those are the things. And then largely can be annoying. And I think one of my issues that a lot of my friends see and try to help me with is I can't let go. I'm always going to fight back. And that's one of my issues. Is like if somebody wrongs me even a little, I'm like ready to tussle. And I won't just be like, which is funny because I've been telling people that on the internet is like, you could just not watch this video. I will not let go. I'm going to respond.
Yeah.
So I think that's one like critique that people would have of me.
Interesting. Okay. So you nailed it. Moving on.
Yep. There
No.
it is.
I will say I think that one of my favorite things a comedian can have is like a flamethrower quality, where it's just you just feel almost like attacked by the laughs that are coming out of you, and you give me that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that I agree on all the above. I think you're a very loyal friend. I know that very much because of how we experienced like Jay's loss. You much more closer than I did, but and just like hearing the stories about him and hearing about like the friendship that you guys had, it was just like it made me appreciate you so much more. And I was just like, oh, this is someone I would be grateful to have in my life if I was close to the end as well.
Thank you.
And I will say yes.
That's so nice. Thank
Yeah.
you. Oh.
What if I was just like, yeah, fuck that? I don't know. No, but it's true. I feel like, I mean, I first started seeing you around, I feel like maybe this year at some point, and I'm very struck by like your confidence. And it's very inspiring. I don't know, like, it's cool to see someone like so funny and interesting, and like I feel like there's so much insecurity in our scene, and there's so many people kind of like subtly trying to put each other down, but I see you just picking up your friends all the time. And I do feel like when you, I mean, even in the Uber ride over here, like if you don't have something nice to say about someone, you're kind of like, you'll show it, you're like but you don't say too much. And I like that about you.
Thank you.
And yeah, I was so touched by Jay Agbon, a comedian
Yes.
in our scene, and
Stream is special.
yes,
Responsible child.
respectful
you.
child. He passed away. Oh gosh, what was
6
it?
months ago.
6 months. That's
Wow.
crazy.
I know.
At the time. And McKenna put the whole memorial together at the Angelica Theater and gave him kind of a proper send-off.
It was
special
beautiful.
there.
It was so
absolutely
beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, I remember
was nice.
feeling really struck by like how just brilliantly you handled that.
Thank you.
You did.
Yeah.
That's really nice. I am good in a crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made it easy though. He's an easy guy to memorialize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
guy. But yeah, I really appreciate that. Thank you. I obviously have to tell you what I think both of you, obviously.
No, you don't
No,
need to.
you
Okay,
don't.
but what if I did?
Then I would kill you.
Yeah, we have a gun for these situations.
Yeah.
Well, I do really adore you both, and I think
Thank you.
you're both extremely creative, and I think you're both singular, which I love. Those are the kinds of people that I really like. Are just there's nobody else. I don't know anyone that's like you. I wouldn't compare you, either of you, to anyone, and I love your friendship. I think you guys are such a cute pair. This is a great podcast. I won't go too crazy, but I think you guys are both fabulous, and thank you so
That's
much for having
extremely
me.
kind.
Thank you.
And for the
What
kind
do you-
words.
What do you think of the idea that Lucas should finally just let me in and let me
Let you into what, my butt?
Peg him.
like?
fucking,
What do you think? I should finally get to peg Lucas, right?
yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, I've been literally saying that for years.
It's been long enough.
I met you guys like a year and a half ago. I'm like, I've been saying that since 2010.
Yeah,
I've been saying that since we were 14 years old.
we were on the same corners of Tumblr. You were just kind of subtly messaging it to me.
Like,
I had
hey,
one tab open with Aladdin emo edit and one tab open going, hey, I think you should peg this guy who lives in the same city but not that but kind of far away.
Who is also a child in 2010.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also a child
When
at the
I was on the form spring responding like, thank you. Also, fuck these people on your form.
And I was going, what's Tumblr? I'm here.
You were going, what's pegging
Did you
also?
ever have a form spring?
No, I didn't. No.
A forum spring was a forum where people could just type like anonymous things about you.
Well, I had Yik Yak in college, which is kind of like that.
That was a fun one too.
That was fun.
That one though, they couldn't at you. Like you had a
No.
Formspring profile and they were being like, hey Lucas, I hate your big head. And you're kind of like, hey, we actually didn't have to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not nice.
No, it wasn't
Yeah.
nice.
I don't like that.
But I was like, I had the reverse experience where I actually wasn't cyberbullied on Formspring,
And that made you sad.
which it made me feel like, you know, I went on being like, maybe I like stir some rage in people, right? Like maybe there's, and then people were just like, hi Gabby, let's watch anime. Ooh. I was like, I don't matter. I'm not in the zeitgeist.
I don't matter. I just have friends who love me and want to spend time with me.
Fuck.
I didn't realize my only social media was Facebook.
Wow.
That was
Until
the,
when?
Oh, until maybe like very end of high school, and then I got Instagram.
Good
and
for
then
you. Oh, you didn't Twitter?
I didn't join Twitter until my 20s.
I was a Twitter queen.
Were you?
Yeah, I got into a lot of trouble on there.
Oh no. Oh,
That was
my
probably
God.
the last time I got like dogpiled on.
Let's talk about that on Patreon.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Let's do it.
But the very final question. So the second part of
yes.
like self-perception corner is prophecy corner, and this could be a little bit silly. Where do you see
Oh.
yourself in 5 years?
Okay. In 5 years, I think I have a successful podcast, much like Two Nosy Meerkats. And I am doing comedy full time.
Yeah.
And I somehow find a way to get an all natural Brazilian butt lift.
That's fucking right.
Yeah.
Organic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody
yeah.
will ever call me tomato on toothpicks again. That sucks because it's true. That's how I'm built, bro.
Tea on tea. Tea.
Yeah.
Beautiful. No more tea on tea. Thank you to our guest, McKenna
Thank you to our
Moore.
guest, McKenna Moore.
We've been Two Nosy
We've been Two
Meerkats.
Nosy
Stick around
Meerkats.
on
Stick
Patreon.
around on
We're gonna
Patreon.
get into the Twitter cancellation.
Oh, God.
Let's do it.